What's the staffing situation on ships? I don't have numbers or anything like that, but I've heard very good things. And when we were on Serenade to the Seas Wu-Tang Live, I was just on Serenade, as you all know, a couple weeks ago. I talked to a lot of the crew members. I asked them that question. So this is all anecdotal, right? This is not a scientific poll, but they would all tell me that they're short-staffed. But honestly, the experience was pretty good. They did a really good job of picking up the pace there. There was a great thread on our message boards at RealCaribbeanBlog.com about Oasis of the Seas specifically. And there were like 4 or 5 people that came back from Oasis over the last 30 to 60 days. And they all said the same thing. Like, we had a great time. Yeah, they're short staffed, but it wasn't a problem. We didn't really detect it being a major issue. So that's good news right there. Let me talk of discontinuing pre-cruise testing. There's a new article right on the homepage of RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com today talking about this. Michael Bailey, Royal Caribbean CEO, said, quote, "It'll be at least a couple more months if it changes." So not anytime soon, Daniel. But there's an update on that and the vaccine requirements it's on the homepage of RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, posted today. So check out that article, my friend. It's a shameless plug, but it's honestly the best. It's right from the horse's mouth. So if I get the basic internet package, I think you mean the surf package, will I be able to use Netflix and YouTube? No, you will not. It is blocked. So you will not be able to do video. It's just the surf package only allows you to basically do, email and basic social media. So you can go through your Facebook feed, right? Or even Twitter. But anytime there's a video in there, it won't load. Any suggestions for cheaper airfare? Good Lord, it's expensive. Yeah, I'm not the biggest airfare expert that's out there. Airfare in general is just expensive right now. This is just across the board, everything that's out there. The pricing strategies are, you can wait closer to I don't think we're quite 6 weeks out yet. You might wait a little bit longer. Look at alternative airports. You're going on Alerce, that's Fort Lauderdale. Don't forget, you could fly into Miami. You could fly into West Palm Beach. Those are alternative airports in which you may be able to find a much better deal. And the drive is negligibly, it's within half an hour of Fort Lauderdale. So keep that in mind as one idea. Try doing fly in a day or two early. Maybe you'll be able to get a really good deal on airfare. Yes, you'll have to pay for a hotel, but it may work itself out in that regard. The thing though with waiting to book your airfare is there's no guarantees. Again, airfare pricing is just high in general. So obviously the last thing you want to do is spend more on it. So it's gonna be a bit of a gut check. It's a little bit of a game, but I would check the alternative airports. That's the best strategy I can recommend because there's just not that many secrets when it comes to booking airfare, especially these days. Do I need to bring a hairdryer? I'm newbie to cruising. If your hair is anything like my wife's hair, the answer is yes. There is a hairdryer in the room. It's a very underpowered one. Most women, and I think by most, I think every single woman I've ever talked to has always commented to me they always bring their own hairdryer because it's underpowered. It's not the one they're used to, blah, blah, blah. So I would definitely recommend bringing your own hairdryer unless you don't obviously hairdry your hair or you have very, short hair or light hair. But yeah, it's like the most underpowered hairdryer of your life. So I would probably say, not being a woman or anybody who uses a hairdryer, but based on other people's recommendations, I would recommend bringing your own. First-time traveler in July, traveling with 4 teens, also new to cruises. What are some fun things to do with the kids? I mean, I don't know what ship you're on, but all the activities. Rock climbing, I don't know what ship you're on, but there's rock climbing on. Maybe there's water slides. Look in the activities. So in the cruise compass, every day of the cruise, there'll be a list of activities in there, Frank. And I would say that's a good idea. Also, if you have teens, sign them up for the teen club. Make sure they go on the first day. It's like the first day of school. Everyone makes all their friends on the first day. There's activities for them in the teens club every day of the cruise. So that's something else to take in mind. Are all the food options like CocoCay complimentary? Almost all of them. There is at Captain Jack's, there is wings and fries that cost extra. I don't think it's really worth going for, quite frankly. I mean, they're good, but I wouldn't spend the money on them. There's plenty of complimentary food on the island. And of course, as you probably know, there's a separate admission into the Cocoa Beach Club, so that costs extra. But all the other food is included. Snack Shack, Skipper's Grill, Captain's Grill, all included. Plenty of free food at CocoCay, and it's really good as well. What is my favorite excursion in Alaska? Definitely going to Mendenhall Glacier. So however you want to get there, I recommend just taking a taxi or there's a public bus you could take. Mendenhall Glacier Park. It's absolutely beautiful. Take the hike to Nugget Halls. Don't worry. You hear hike, and you're thinking, I'm not a hiker, Matt. Neither am I. It's paved. It's easy. There's like no incline at all. It's beautiful and amazing. You'll come back and you'll thank me later. It's amazing. So Mendenhall Glacier Park Nugget Falls Trail. Do that. You'll love it. What's the nicest cabin I've stayed in? Definitely the one of the suites I stayed in. The 2-bedroom AquaTheater suite on Wonder of the Seas was lovely. The one I've actually stayed, the Crown Loft suites on Harmony were really nice. I feel like I'm forgetting like one obvious one that I really we did a 2-bedroom grand suite on Odyssey of the Seas. That was really nice. I like that quite a bit. 40 more days to Symphony of the Seas. Our cruise will be taking us to several stops in Mexico. Do we need pesos or do most shops take US dollars? All shops take US dollars. Don't worry about that at all. You don't need to do currency exchange. Theoretically, Mom and me, you could, if you were to go to pesos, you might get a better exchange rate. You know, like when you go to a place and they charge you whatever they charge you, but it's not worth it. Trust me when I tell you that you'd be quivering. You'd be worried about like a couple of pennies here and there. It's just not worth it. Bring cash. Not to mention the fact that then you'd be stuck with pesos left over. So, yeah, bring cash or credit card and without an exchange fee. And I would just bring cash. Just bring cash. It's easy. Everybody takes it. No worries whatsoever. I have an AquaTheater suite booked on Symphony. I've heard that can be noisy from the crew rehearsing, as sometimes this is true. I mean, there can be noise, yeah, but it's not like a party is outside your room and you're trying to sleep. They do their the rehearsals in the daytime. I've stayed, Ron, on an AquaTheater suite now twice, and both times it's never been an issue. If you're on your balcony, yeah, you might hear some music from time to time. Unless you're looking for a Zen-like balcony experience, I don't think it'll be a problem at all for you. What's my favorite things to do on Freedom on Sea days? Water slides are fun. My favorite thing to do, honestly, like I'm not a big pool deck guy. Like I'm not like, let's go spend all day in the pool deck. The solarium is always nice though. I do enjoy that. But I would say if I was on Freedom of the Seas, first of all, a nap is my favorite sea day activity. Yeah, I'm clearly getting old, but I really love a good afternoon nap. I like trivia, nap. How about that? And with another trivia after that. I love the trivia on board Royal Caribbean cruise ships. I'm going to say trivia on board. I was looking at doing a 4-day cruise with a friend in December on Independence of the Seas. How easy is it possible to do split payments for booking? Book with the travel agent, Justin. There's some MEI travel agents in our chat right now. Use MEI Travel. They'll make it so simple, you won't even notice it's a problem at all. They'll handle it all. Super easy. So use a travel agent. That's the answer to your question. From the UK, I'm going on my first cruise around the Caribbean in July. A little worried about the hurricane. What will happen if there is one? Not to worry. You're not going near one. The most common misconception, no offense, is that there's a hurricane. Oh boy, here we go. We're going to the hurricane. No. If there's a hurricane, you're not going anywhere near it, Daniel. Your ship is going to change itinerary. It could reverse the itinerary. Go in reverse orders. So that way they can circumvent the storm. They may flip itineraries. Maybe instead of going western, you'll go eastern. You might go north. You might go south. They'll change the itinerary. You will not go near the hurricane. So don't worry about that at all. I go cruising during hurricane season all the time. The other good thing, by the way, makes you feel any better. July is not nearly the peak of hurricane season. That occurs later between end of August and early October is really like where you really see more storms. July, relatively speaking, is a calmer time. That's not to say that I'm not promising you that there's not going to be a storm, but it's less likely. It's not as busy of a time for storms as it is later in the summer, and the fall. So don't sweat it. Well, you probably sweat because it's going to be hot, but don't worry about the hurricanes. You'll have a great time. Thank you so much. If I didn't get to your question, you can go post your question on our message boards at RealCaribbeanBlog.com or wait till next Monday. We'll be back here again on YouTube. Until then, have a great week, everybody. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Good night, everyone.